Welcome everybody to today's class of Indian English Literature. Today we are going to discuss some questions, some novel, Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children. The selected questions are taken from the previous question paper. So let us make our study. Now we are going to discuss about the question what is the central idea of Midnight Children. तो सलमान रशीद के लिखित जो मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन क्या है उसका सेंट्रल आइडिया. तो आंसर मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन in a novel by Salman Rushdie that tells the story of Salim Sinai, who is the protagonist of the novel, a man who is born at the exact moment that India gains independence from British rule. The central idea of the novel is the relationship between history, identity, and belonging. The central idea of the novel is the relationship between history, identity and belonging. Okay? और तीनों के मध्य में जो रिलेशनशिप है उसकी सेंट्रल आइडिया है इसका. और थ्रू आउट द नोवेल रशीद एक्सप्लोर्स द ways in which Salim's identity and his place in the world are set by the larger historical events that are unfolding around him. Salim is a part of group of midnight children who are all born within the first hour of the independence and who are said to have a special powers. तो सलीम एक ग्रुप की बच्चे जो इंडिपेंडेंस के जो फर्स्ट आवर ऑफ द इंडिपेंडेंस उसी वक्त जन्म हुए थे उसी के बिलोंगिंग है. तो इसीलिए सलीम ग्रोज अप. ही स्ट्रगल्स टू अंडरस्टैंड हिज प्लेस इन द वर्ल्ड एंड टू फाइंड हिज ओन आइडेंटिटी विद इन द लार्जर कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ इंडियन हिस्ट्री. तो इसीलिए he is in the world to find his own identity within the larger context of the history. So overall the central idea of the Midnight Children is that individuals are shaped by larger historical forces that are at work in the world and that their senses of identity and belonging is closely tied to the larger events. तो ये था सेंट्रल मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन. व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द थीम ऑफ हिस्ट्री एंड द इंडिविजुअल इन मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन. आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज इन मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन द थीम ऑफ हिस्ट्री एंड द इंडिविजुअल इज सिग्निफिकेंट बिकॉज इट इज क्लोजली लिंक्ड टू द थीम ऑफ आइडेंटिटी एंड बिलोंगिंग. Throughout the novel, the characters are struggling to find their place in the world and to understand their own identities in the context of the larger historical events that are unfolding around them. So, in Midnight Children, the theme of the history and the individual is significant because it is closely linked to the theme of identity. Identity के theme से तो closely link है and also belonging है. और थ्रू आउट द नोवेल की जो कैरेक्टर्स स्ट्रगलिंग कर रहे हैं, संघर्ष कर रहे हैं अपनी जगह पाने के लिए इस वर्ल्ड में, इस दुनिया में. अंडरस्टैंड देयर ओन आइडेंटिटी इन द कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ देयर लार्जर हिस्टोरिकल इवेंट दैट आर अनफोल्डिंग अराउंड देम. वन ऑफ द मेन वेज इन विच दिस थीम इज एक्सप्लोर्ड इज थ्रू द कैरेक्टर ऑफ सलीम सिनाई. तो प्रोटैगनिस्ट ऑफ दिस नोवेल इज सलीम सिनाई और जो एक्सप्लोर्ड हुआ है सलीम सिनाई के कैरेक्टर के द्वारा ही हुआ है. दो प्रोटैगनिस्ट. सलीम इज बॉर्न एट द एग्जैक्ट मोमेंट दैट इंडिया गेन्स इंडिपेंडेंस फ्रॉम ब्रिटिश रूल एंड ही चूजन एज वन ऑफ द मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन. तो जो इंडिया इसकी स्वाधीनता प्राप्त हुई तो उसकी इसी मिडनाइट में ही सलीम सिनाई जन्म हुई थी. इंडिपेंडेंस फ्रॉम ब्रिटिश रूल एंड ही चूजन एज वन ऑफ द मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन. सो उसको मिडनाइट चिल्ड्रन बोलते हैं. A group of children who are all born within the first hour of independence and who are said to have special power. Salim's identity and his place in the world are closely tied to the history of India and to the larger events that are shaping the country's future. Overall, the theme of history and the individual is significant in Midnight Children because it helps to explore the ways in which individuals are shaped by the larger historical force that are at work in the world and it highlights the complex and often fraught relationship between the individual and the larger collective. So overall की for the theme of the history and individual significance of midnight children because it helps to explore the way in which individual जो भी व्यक्ति are shaped by the larger historical force जो भारत की इतिहास है उसकी force में जो that are work in the world and it highlights its complex and often fought relationship between the individual and the larger collective. Here is a short question, and the question is: Who is Padma in Midnight Children? Midnight Children, the novel by Salman Rushdie, and who is Padma in this novel? Answer: Padma is a character in Midnight Children, a novel by Salman Rushdie. In the novel, Padma is the wife of Salman Sinai, the protagonist, and she is the central figure in the poem. So you know that the protagonist in the Salman Rushdie's novel is Salim Sinai, and Padma is his wife. Okay, Padma is described as a beautiful and intelligent woman, and she is depicted as being fiercely independent and strong-willed. So here Salman Rushdie described Padma in this novel, that described as beautiful. She is a beautiful and intelligent woman, and she is also depicted as being fiercely independent and strong-willed. She plays a significant role in the novel, and her relationship with Salim is a key part of the story. Overall, Padma is an important and complex character in the Midnight Children, and her experience and relationship play a significant role in the themes of event of the novel. The overall Padma is an important and complex character in the Midnight Children, who is the wife to Salman Sinai, the protagonist of this novel. Now today's class is over. Thank you for joining the class. Make your study with us.